Hey, what's up, guys? We are back in the office, in the studio.
The office.
In the studio. Happy New Year, everybody. It's Imani, Shakur, and Rachel K. Burke. Relationships, romance, and propaganda. We're back again to give you all three. A lot of propaganda, some romance, and a lot about relationships. Here we are. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, ICT Group Digital. And thank you for listening where you get your podcast. Rachel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Let's go right into it. I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Glad to be back.
Me too. I know.
You know,
been a while.
coming in strong for 2022. We have some great topics.
Me too.
I'm actually excited about this month's show for the next 4 weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, Rachel's books.
Yep.
Love Bites, Sound Bites, a rock and roll love story. Check these out on Amazon. My mother, she came out with a Talk to Me About Love book of poems. Check this out on Amazon. It's a really good read. And have some fun with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rach.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What are we talking about today?
We are talking about if casual sex can turn into a relationship. And I also want to pick Imani's brain on how long he thinks a woman should wait to have sex, and or if that even matters. I'm curious.
Okay.
I want a guy's perspective on this. Something I've been thinking about lately.
Okay, so I'll let you jump it off. You know, let's just get right into it. Let's get to it. It's 2022, people.
Yeah.
Is it 2022?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking lately, because, sometimes I read dating books and they're all like, wait as long as you can to sleep with somebody if you like them, right? You want a relationship.
I've heard that a lot.
And every relationship I've been in, I slept with them right away. And because I actually...
What's right away?
Like the first day.
Okay.
Met them.
Okay.
And... it still turned into a relationship.
Yeah.
So I was always, I kind of...
Of the mindset.
I kind of thought that was silly.
Right.
But then I kind of put something together with my past and why I think that could be different.
Okay.
So I kind of have a theory, and I don't know, I'm going to pick your brain.
Okay.
But I realized that, all the guys that I end up in a relationship with that I had slept with right away were just coming out of like a sexless marriage or a sexless relationship that was long term.
Interesting, yeah.
And so and I know other people, that if they jump into something too and it turns into a relationship, the guy is always coming out of like a marriage or a long relationship that he hasn't had a lot of sex. So I feel like it's easier for those guys to fall in love if they have sex because they haven't had it so long.
Exactly.
Whereas I'm finding the single guys that, have a lot of options. If I sleep with them right away, it doesn't turn into anything.
Right.
So I'm curious, in your experience, does it turn you off if a woman sleeps with you right away?
That's a really good question. So let me generalize. So amongst men, as we talk as men, there is a general consensus that if you meet someone and she sleeps with you right away, to not take her seriously.
Right.
There is a general consensus with that.
Yeah.
But it's not an exact science because I also believe that you can meet someone and sleep with them right away and it lasts a lifetime.
Right.
Look at, John Legend and Chrissy. They had a one-night stand. Now they're married with kids. He met on a music video shoot.
Same with Tori Spelling and her husband.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not an exact science. It can happen. And I do also believe that two people can meet and be caught in a situation where they both haven't been intimate in a long time.
Okay.
And they like each other, and it just happened to go there. We're both adults, and it went there, and those two people didn't allow it to become a detriment for the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So,
do you think you would have had a different mentality if, I don't know what your situation was when you were married, but hypothetically, let's say the end of your marriage, you guys didn't, weren't, the sex life wasn't great. Do you think you would have felt differently then because you're so sex starved that the first woman, who does it, maybe you would have fallen for maybe more than you would have now? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
you know how you're in a different place when you're just starved for affection, right?
Yeah.
The first woman that gives it to you, that also the connection has to be
right
too.
Right. And that's what I was going to say too. Also, to me, if there's a connection, whether you sleep together the next day or the next week or the next month, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like
if the connection is truly there, you know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those situations, men are just going out to just have a physical experience.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if a woman is going to give it to them, they'll probably take it,
Yeah.
whether they looking for something serious or not.
Yeah.
But like I said, there is a consensus amongst men that if we meet someone and they go to that right away, we don't look at them the same way because we think that they don't value that part of themselves as if I would like them to if it's someone I'm going to take seriously.
That's what they say in like dating books, because it seems like you just, because when I do it for myself. I'm not doing it to make somebody like me. I'm just horny, and if I'm attracted to you,
that's what I'm saying. And you happen to meet someone,
Because the thing is, like, I have a hard time waiting, and it's because of the circumstances, right? Because people I've dated aren't like people that I'm meeting on apps and going on dates with and then taking them home normally. Like if I do that, I'm just looking for a fling.
Right.
But when it's happened that it's somebody I actually like, the circumstances was kind of hard not to sleep with them because, when I met my ex, we were all on a trip in Lake Havasu and I'm sharing a bed with him in a room.
Oh, of course.
So I'm
You're
like, what am
definitely
I
going to smash.
Right. Like, what am I going to do? No, I want to wait and you take me on a date and we get back to LA. You're drinking and everything.
Right.
And then I've been in a situation, I've been sleeping with somebody like all year. And it was the same thing where it's like we would go to our friends' houses and they would have parties and we end up sharing a room.
Right.
There's only so many extra bedrooms.
Right, exactly.
So it would just happen, and then when he didn't try to date me, I was kind of kicking myself because I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what would I have done?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no other place to sleep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's funny in the past, I've actually met people who I saw it going that way, and I actually verbalized it up front, like, hey, if we're doing this, please do not take this seriously because we're doing this right now. I've literally said that before.
Like it's just going to be casual.
Right. Like, no, like please don't allow it. Please don't not allow it to be taken seriously just because we're sleeping together on the first date.
But like if you do want to date them.
Right. I've literally said that before. This is someone I would date. Damn, why is she giving up to me right now?
Okay.
So I would verbalize it just in case she's not thinking he's probably won't value me the same if I sleep with him. So, but I am horny. I haven't had any in a year, but I don't want him to like devalue who I am. So just in case she was thinking that, when I knew it was someone that I definitely want to pursue beyond that night, I would verbalize it.
Okay.
Just in case, to make her feel like, listen, don't define whatever happens by tonight.
Yeah.
By this moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like this year I had done, I don't do app dating usually, but I just kind of went on a bender and I was like, I'm just going to have some fun. Like, because I've never really had casual sex.
Yeah.
Like I always, end up liking them or it turns into a relationship, and I've just basically been in long-term relationships. And like this past year I was like, I'm going to have some fun. Yeah. So I probably had a little too much fun, but like one of the guys I actually liked, like we had this great date and he was like, he goes, I have been Bumble dating. He had just moved here like 3 months ago. He goes, this is the best date by far I've ever been on. And I was like, oh my God, like this guy's so into me. I'm so into him. And I slept with him, never heard from him.
Oh, wow.
And I was like shocked because I thought the date went so well. And I was like, oh man, I think I blew it. Like, I think I shouldn't have brought him home. Yeah. So I think that can happen. So I think what I would advise.
It can happen.
I think if I was going to advise people, I would say if you're in a position where you do think you like the person and you want to date them, I would say try to hold off. Like if you're on a date, don't bring them home right away.
Right. I think that's good advice.
But if you're in
I'm agreeing.
But if you're in a situation where, it's like you're sharing a bedroom with somebody, that's harder.
That's tough.
I think you kind of just have to go with it. Yeah. And kind of whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. I agree. That's tough.
Do you think it can turn into a relationship? Like, let's say you start something casually. Right? Like you kind of both agree this is going to be casual. Because when I do that, I always end up liking them. A lot of times. Right? Not always, but like a lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times,
Yeah. Or sometimes I like them at first, and then as it goes on, I'll be like, you know what, actually, I don't think I would date them. Like, but usually in the beginning, I do like them, and then I'm like, oh man, I blew it because I started this casually. Yeah. And now I think it's not going to turn into
past
something.
That point, yeah.
Have you ever been with a woman that, you guys kind of thought it was going to be casual, and then you did end up
turn into something?
wanting to date her, or you did date?
That's a good question. Let me think. Yeah. Actually, yes. One.
Yeah.
That I can remember. Yeah.
Okay.
And even though we never verbally said we're an item, it was obvious we were.
Okay.
Even though we never said it.
Yeah.
Because it started off casually.
Yeah.
And we both thought that that's what it was going to be.
Sure.
You know, I was the first African American she had dated, and so on and so forth. And and we thought it was going to be casual. She thought it was going to be casual.
Okay.
And we ended up loving each other, and we ended up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it went there.
Okay.
We were together like 2 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I think, it's funny. So when I lived in Boston, my ex was somebody that I had actually gone to high school with, and I'd always had a crush on him. And he had been with his high school girlfriend for like 8 years. They had a child, so he kind of was off limits.
Yeah.
When he went to college, they broke up briefly. We like made out at a party. We kind of started seeing each other. She went off the rails, and they ended up getting back together and this and that. So, 8 years later, they break up. And he and I synced up one night. Like, we went out with some friends.
Yeah.
Ended up hooking up. And I did not think anything. I did not think I was going to date this guy at this point.
Right.
He was like just breaking up with her and moving out. And I'm like, this guy, this is not a situation I want to be a part of. So I was like, cool, man, fun times.
Yeah.
See ya. And I've mentioned this to you before that he started calling me and I didn't know why he was calling me.
Okay.
And I thought he was just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when you sleep with somebody. Like, hey, had fun the other night. Cool,
exactly.
Yeah, me too, bye.
Yeah.
But he kept calling.
Yeah, me too, bye.
And then finally he like dropped this bomb on me that I did not expect. And he was like, you made me realize like how unhappy I was. And, when all of this is done, I really want to like date you.
Right.
And I just thought it was so, I thought he was going to think
huh?
I know. I was like, I thought he was going to think I was slutty.
Right.
And like we had a bunch of drinks and you're like just getting out of a relationship. Like,
right.
And I remember years later, he said to me, I said, why did you want to date me after I slept with you so soon? And he said, because you didn't expect anything.
See.
Because I think a lot of women go crazy when they sleep with someone. They're like, all right, so am I your girlfriend now?
Right.
And I was just like,
things that happen with
peace
the
out,
women,
bro.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. So I was like, all right, maybe it can turn into something if the woman's just cool about it, right?
Right.
If she's not, if she's not expecting anything and she plays it right. Because I think if a woman pressures a guy after that, he's going to back off. But I feel like if you're just kind of cool and you wait it out, I think that can be all right. But
yeah, there's some truth in that for sure.
I have another question for you because a friend of mine is in this situation. I just thought of this, and I'd love to get a man's perspective because I honestly don't know what to tell her because I've never been in this situation. So normally, either you start dating somebody or hooking up or whatever, right? They usually make me their girlfriend after like a month or two, right?
Yeah.
I know you said you have like a 3-month rule, close to it, right? But so my friend has been seeing this guy since, we all went out on Halloween, right? So, it's been at least 3 months.
Yeah.
He told her initially that he did not want to rush into a relationship because he had just got out of one a few months ago, which, initially I said that's healthy.
Yeah, that is healthy.
If he had jumped right into something else,
let him get over that one emotionally and stuff.
But, now we're going on months and months, and they hang out all the time. Like, she's like, I will be at his house for 3 days straight. He cooks me dinner. Like she feels like they're in a relationship, but they're not.
Okay.
And so she brought it up again, which I disagree with. I'm like, don't bring it up. Because I feel like as a guy, don't you feel pressured if you're just trying to hang with a girl and not rush into something? And she's like, so... let's have the relationship talk.
Right. Right,
exactly.
Like, the relationship talk.
So I guess, as a guy, right? Like, what would you, because I don't know. I don't know what to tell her because they either make me the girlfriend or I'm never going to be the girlfriend, right?
Right.
But she's in this weird, where it's like a few months in, but he's still saying he doesn't want to rush anything, but they're together all the time, like clearly dating. Like, what would your advice be in that situation? Like, does she cut it off? Does she wait it out?
Yeah, see, it depends on what she wants. I mean...
She wants a relationship with him.
If she wants it verbalized, then my advice would be to walk away then. But if she doesn't care about it being verbalized and it's obviously what it is, just play it out. I mean, because here's my question.
Yeah.
What does having it define changed for them,
that
for her?
that he's not sleeping with other people, I think.
Oh, so maybe have that conversation.
Well, she has, because she's like, we're having unprotected sex, and if he's sleeping with other people, I want to know about that.
And what did he say?
I think he said he wasn't sleeping with anybody.
Okay.
Who knows? But I feel like that's all BS for the fact that she just wants a relationship.
Right. Right.
And, because what I told her was, I wouldn't get so invested. He's told you up front that he doesn't want a relationship, right?
Right.
Trust him on that.
Right. Yeah.
He's not getting laid after saying that. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, he's not,
right.
Giving you an incentive here. Like, he's being 100% honest.
Right.
So believe him.
That's true.
But, what I said was just I told her keep seeing other people.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get so invested in this one person that isn't investing in just you.
Yeah. She probably likes him and they want something different.
Yes.
You have to want the same thing too.
Yeah.
And if he obviously doesn't want the same thing, but just likes her company and likes his freedom as well without the title, that's a decision she has to make if she's okay with.
Well, he had got out of something, but it was like 6 months before they had started dating. But, sometimes it takes people a long time to get over stuff. Like, I have a guy back home I hook up with, and like he's been broken up with his girlfriend for a year, and he's still not over it.
Right. See?
And so it takes people a long time sometimes.
Yeah. Everyone is different.
Like, do you think at some point when he is ready, like, should she just play it out, and then at some point when he is ready, like, would he make her the girlfriend, or?
Yeah, if he would, if he is ready, if that's what he's waiting on, I definitely would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he likes hanging out with her, he likes the sex, he likes her as a person. It's not just a physical thing, right?
Right.
He is attracted to and stuff like that on every level. Yeah, he absolutely would if that's something he wanted.
Like, how long do you think someone should wait? Like, as a woman, 'cause I don't know what to tell. Like, I don't think 3 months is that long. But
that's not that long.
I don't know. But then if
maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
It all depends on what her emotional needs are.
Sure.
If she's the type of person that needs that reassurance verbally and need for her emotional stability, she has to know when that date is for her.
Yeah. Well, I think
that cutoff is for her.
the reason she's doing this is because there was a guy before him that she was with for a year, and she thought they were in a relationship the whole time.
And they weren't.
And apparently after a year, he was like, I don't really want to be in a relationship. And she was like, I thought we were already in one. Right. So I think she's trying to avoid that situation again,
I see.
which I get, but like, I'm big into, like, I don't bring it up. The guy always will bring it up. If he wants to date you, he'll date you.
Yeah, of course. Or if he wants to verbalize it or put a title on it.
Yes. If he wants to make you his girlfriend, he will make you his girlfriend.
Right.
I'm not into pressuring, it's like once a month. She's like, we need to have the talk again. I'm like, no, you don't. You're like, freak him out, just like be cool.
Yeah, because in that situation I told you about with the person that started casual and we ended up in a relationship, we never said anything. I think we talked about it on a walk, I remember, in Burbank, maybe once or twice, and she still was of the mindset, and it was me asking, it wasn't her.
Yeah.
And she still was of the mindset of, no, I don't want to say this and that, whatever, but it was obvious we weren't sleeping with no other people.
Yeah.
And it was obvious that, we were in a relationship, but we went. Yeah, but the type of person I am, I didn't need it to be said. I honestly didn't. If I'm getting what I want emotionally, I don't need some title to be verbalized. To me, actions speak louder than words.
Sure.
And in that case, the actions were we were obviously in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But as a woman, it's like you never want to be blindsided. Where you're like, no, I'm sleeping with 3 other girls. What do you mean? You're not? Then you're like, oh my God, I totally was on a different page here.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember like.
And you know what's crazy? If I could just say this real quick.
Yeah.
When I went to Europe for the first time, she thought that I had slept with someone else, which I didn't.
Okay.
And she ended up sleeping with someone else.
Oh.
And just because she thought I slept with someone else, though. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I came back.
I've done that.
And we ended up squashing it.
Okay.
And I gave her another chance. And I remember in my mind, I was like, we never said we were a couple anyway, even though we were obviously. But I will say, like, after that happened, it kind of started to go downhill from there.
Yeah, it's like someone cheating
because
on
she
you
felt
almost.
bad, and it just, we stayed together for a while after.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really get upset like, oh, my girlfriend cheated on me, because technically she was never my girlfriend.
Sure.
Even though
Yep.
she thought I was with someone and she was all butthurt, so she went to this premiere and with this agent at UTA, blah, 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 and
Yeah.
who she had been hanging out with before me.
Yeah.
She had known him.
Yeah.
And just because she thought I slept with someone out of the country, she slept with them that night.
Yeah.
Just because.
But I feel
Yep.
like it's never
Which is childish,
I feel
but
like
whatever.
I know I did that, but I was like 21. But yeah, I feel like it's never the same once you know that. You know, even if you're not exclusive or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like ignorance is bliss. I want to pretend I'm the only person you sleep with. Like if I know for a fact. It kind of like it's never the same after that. 'Cause it's such a turnoff.
It went downhill. Yeah, it really did after that.
Yeah, because like I've been sleeping with a guy all year, like really like him, you know, like I always would see him at my friend's house and whatever. Like when we first met, he had just got out of a relationship like a month before that. So I was like, okay, you know, he's just getting over something. I'm not even gonna, you know, try to date him or whatever. Like I was just having fun. But I noticed some girl would always call him. Like when we, you know, we'd be like going to sleep and it was like the middle of the night, you know, it's like 1 a.m. and it wasn't the ex, it was a different girl. And I was like, I'm trying to be like, maybe he just likes him or whatever. And then she started like watching my Instagram stories, even like recently. And I was like, all right, something's going on.
Yeah.
And then I just found out this past weekend, my friend, I think his girlfriend slipped or something by accident. And she goes, oh, isn't that the girl that lives with him? And I go, he lives with a girl?
Oh my goodness.
Like we've been sleeping together all year. I thought he lived alone.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, yeah. And then my other friend was like, yeah, I did some digging and they not only live together, I think they've been like, you know, dating for like a long time.
Right.
And like as soon as I knew that, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him ever
You were
again.
turned off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not cool. But yeah, I think you usually just kind of know, right? Because it's like, and I just heard this recently, and it's so true. It's like the beginning it should be easy.
Yeah.
You know, it should just flow, and you just usually know. And I remember like my first boyfriend, we never said it. We just kind of knew that we were in a relationship, and then we went out to lunch with like a coworker of ours, and she goes, "So, you guys like going out?" That's what we call it.
Back then, going out.
and like both
I remember
of us,
going out.
Both of us just looked at each other and didn't say anything, and finally I just go, "Yeah," and then he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah,
like
we're going out.
Yeah, like somebody had to
That's so
say
funny.
that. You know? But it was
I
like we
remember
already knew.
Right.
You know,
right.
and then
That's
I
so
remember like
funny.
my recent ex after a month, he was just like, "So, like, are we exclusive?" And I was like, "Do you want to be?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm not dating anybody else." I go, "Me neither."
Right, and then that's where you guys said it.
That's it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's
There's certain ways you could like say it these days and just make it clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make it clear. But yeah, I would definitely tell your girlfriend if she doesn't
I told her to play it
need
cool.
to have that verbalized
She
to her
doesn't
for
want-
whatever
she doesn't
reason.
want
Just
kids.
play it cool.
No,
Yeah.
she doesn't want kids. Not like
Just
she's
play
in
it
a
cool and
rush.
have fun and because the thing about it is if she doesn't pressure him, it'll actually be better.
Right.
If she doesn't say anything, just chill, have fun. And he may go, oh man, this girl ain't even tripping. It may the law of least attract, right? It might make him like her more. Be like, hey, you want to just say we're exclusive now? He may just pop that up one day.
Right. And also, don't tell him you're not dating or sleeping with other people. Make him wonder.
Make him
you know
wonder.
what I mean?
Yep.
Like, if he's not your boyfriend,
Yep.
you make him wonder.
Yeah, because if he's spending that much time with her, he likes her.
Totally.
Guys don't spend that much time with people they don't like.
Totally.
That much time with people they don't
and
like.
cook her dinner. You know what I mean?
Oh, he
This
likes her
and
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was
We
like,
don't invest
cool.
that much time and energy unless we really like someone.
Yeah.
Whether we verbalize it or not, we do not do all that unless we
Yeah.
really like someone. That's facts.
I think it's just
that is facts.
absolutely no. I think
So if he's doing all that, he likes her.
I think
He's
so
just-
too. I think it's just a matter of like how long do you play the cool game, right?
Right.
Because like I think 3 months maybe I'd be okay, but yeah, I think 6 months to a year I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I'd probably
About 6 months
like,
to
my
yeah.
girlfriend or not. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. All right. So to summarize, it sounds like you're saying casual sex can turn into a relationship.
It can.
Or if you sleep with them right away, but it sounds like the connection like really has to be there.
Right. It has to be
Right.
there. And if either side is worried if it won't turn into something serious, I would just say verbalize it, communicate.
Yeah.
Be upfront. Put it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
like I have in the past when I was worried about it, when it happened like that, I just put it out there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's not make this interesting. I really like you. I said something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, but
we're doing
ladies,
this tonight.
try to
But
wait, though.
yeah, try and wait. Yeah, I would definitely
to
advise
wait.
that. If you like them, try and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely advise that. 2 weeks. Anything after 2 weeks, you're good. I would say 14 days.
Yeah, I know that I read like a dating book that she said try to like, you know, at least keep it platonic for the first month. But I'm like, God, that's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah, I would say 2 weeks. I would say
Okay.
anything after 2 weeks
You're good?
of strong dating is good. That's what I would say.
Well, because then like if she sleeps with you right away, I think a lot of men are gonna think that you do that with everybody.
Yeah, that's what we think.
You know.
Yeah, that's what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly what
I
it
get
is.
it. I get it. Unless you're in a weird situation, you know, where
Right.
you have to share a bedroom, then
Right, then that's different.
just
Yeah.
you know, hope for the best.
Right. Oh, and men, we love such trips like that where it just happens to be like that.
Yeah, I know. I did get a boyfriend out of it, you know.
Right.
a few
We love
times.
situations like that.
Yeah, I've also not got a boyfriend out of it. So
Right, exactly.
You know,
It's all good.
Just gotta see.
It's all good.
Yep.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
All right, guys. That's our show. It's Relationships, Romance, and Propaganda with Imani, Shakur, Rachel K. Burke. We expose the truth and broadcast the lies. I'm a film director. She's an author, actress. And we just have fun and talk about relationships. YouTube is a pain in my butt. I've been trying to change it to Infinite Stories. I'll definitely get it done, but for now, subscribe to ISENT Group Digital. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. It helps bring more traffic to the channel. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye.